Somebody asked me to watch this. I'm just interested. It's a quick segment. YouTuber gets innocent man arrested by Marky. Okay.
You know, if I had to make a tier list of YouTube genres that I dislike the most, at the top we would have a close battle between family vloggers
Don't say it.
and YouTube pranksters.
Oh, thank God. I thought he was going to come after me as a reactor. Because it's kind of messed up to come after reactors because we provide a lot of clean energy. You get it? Because we're nuclear. Whoa. Basic dad jokes. I don't know why this is... I could see this in my...
And you've heard me talk about family vloggers so many times in the past, so why do I dislike the YouTube pranksters? It kind of boils down to a very simple explanation, and that's just that I feel like they use the word prank as an excuse to act a bit dodgy. Take this YouTuber, for example, called Canel Joseph. He's got 1.2 million subscribers, so clearly not a small YouTuber by any means. And he's made a bunch of classics throughout the years, like vomiting on the subway, or using display toilets in public, or my personal favourite, calling artist music trash, which is
That one's good, because it is true. All art, you're an artist, you're trash, you're garbage, so... Yeah.
A very nice thing to do, but none of these have been quite as controversial as one that he uploaded more recently called Taking Strangers' Luggage at the Airport, in brackets, cancelled.
It's unfortunate, because, like, I feel like it's very hard to do an actual prank, like, the right way. Because it's so annoying. Like, I hate people who go to, like, different supermarkets or whatever, and they... Like, let's say people go to Walmart sometimes, and they start doing pranks. And it's like, okay, they start doing, like, pranks. Maybe they're being a little silly, whatever. But then they're asked to leave, and instead of being like, all right, I gotta go. I got caught. They sit there and, like, they argue with the minimum wage, like, workers there, and, like, they harass them. And it's like, bro, like, your content is harassing hardworking, everyday Americans. That's pretty awesome, you know? Like, what a base thing to do.
Now, you always see YouTubers using the word cancelled in their titles, quite ironically, but actually the reason behind him putting in this title is because he did face a lot of backlash. Because a clip was posted where this guy was trying to do his prank, he's trying to steal someone's luggage at an airport as a prank, and lo and behold...
Yeah, I'd be pissed. I might swing at him. Like, I'm not even trying to be, like, a tough guy, but it's like, you take my stuff. I mean, like, geez, like, dude, you stop, okay? You don't know how much gay paraphernalia I have in there. I don't want people to know. You know what I mean?
Guy he was pranking got pissed off. Obviously.
No, I watched you with the fucking camera.
So you see, he's like pulling him back, and then the guy
Why is he pulling him back?
reacts by pulling his hair. He's trying to get the camera, because he doesn't want to be on camera, obviously. And yeah, this little stalemate lasts for a couple.
Wait, hold on. At the beginning of this.
No, I watched you.
Why is he grabbing on the guy? Oh, because he was going to the camera.
So you see, he's like pulling him back, and then the guy reacts by pulling his hair.
It's crazy because, like, bro, you know, this is something that's very difficult to communicate, especially to young men. And I need to be very clear about it. We live in a society where people are getting older slower. Okay, they're getting less mature slower. People are living at home later, and a lot of it has to do with the difficulty in buying a house. It's a lot more expensive than it used to be, just proportionate to the amount of money people can earn. Back then, you could work like a minimum wage job and buy a house. Now you can't. People living at home with their parents more. They're not able to buy houses. They can't get decent jobs, and so you grow up slowly. The problem is, especially to old people, a 20-year-old to me is not a man. They're like a young man, but they're still immature. So you're like 25, 30. Once you hit 18 legally, you're a man. And so you have to understand that, like, a lot of, especially men, they're going to look at you like you're a man now, and they're going to swing at you. If you say the wrong thing, or if you start trying to steal shit, they're not a kid anymore, and they're going to swing on you. And you know, violence is never the answer, but if you're trying to steal someone's luggage, even as a prank, he doesn't know it's a prank, and you deserve to get hit. It's not right, but, like, you shouldn't be doing that. You're trying to, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're like, well, my intention wasn't to actually. Your intentions don't matter. What matters is what the intention is that people perceive. Okay, in a lot of these instances, and when you're pranking somebody as stealing, you're trying to get them to think you're stealing. Right? It's like, I remember watching this interesting TikTok where there was a prank. Somebody had a stack of boxes, and they were all tied to each other. So when they leaned over, the boxes looked like they were going to fall, but they stop and they don't actually hit the person. And I think it was like a lawyer reacting, and they're like, you know, if somebody did like try to get out of the way and they hurt themselves, you're liable because you're giving somebody the idea that they can get hurt. And you have to understand that that's on you. Like, it's a very real thing. Just because to you it's just a prank, it doesn't mean it's just a prank to everybody else. Like, if I take a baseball bat and I go to, like, hit you and I stop right before your skull, like, if you shot me, do you feel like you're justified? I do. You don't know what's going on. And so, like, you have to knock it off with this stuff, you know? It's too much. You're just harassing some dude especially at the airport. Like, one of the worst places in the world to go. Okay, it's obnoxious. It's like I'm already pissed off enough in the airport. You're gonna do that too? It's just crazy. Is the increase of house prices due to inflation? I think it's like for whatever reason, houses are the only thing that you could buy and they increase in value. It's because there's only like a limited amount of spaces that you could really go to. That's a whole conversation that like I don't want to have right now. But like it's very difficult to move out. Let's just be real.
He's trying to get the camera, so he doesn't want to be on camera, obviously. And yeah, this little stalemate lasts for a couple of minutes, and then you wouldn't believe how this actually gets concluded. Yep, that's him getting arrested. The guy who was pranked.
That's crazy.
Who had his luggage stolen, or what he thought was going to be stolen as a prank. And he's getting arrested. Mate, could your day go any worse, by the way? Like, being in an airport is already stressful enough. You've got to try and catch your flight on time.
It's true.
You've got to go through, like, the luggage sections, the security, all that shite. And then, just to top it off, you've got some, like, YouTube prankster teenager pretending to steal your shit. And
it's unfortunate because you want to know what? Here's the reality. There are funny prank channels, okay? But these prank channels, instead of being funnier in their delivery of their pranks, they take the lazy, pathetic way out and they do more provocative pranks for views. So I'm going to call it an art form of making pranks has been destroyed. It's not the most, it's art in the same way as a preschooler drawing within the lines. But all jokes aside, the art form of doing a prank is gone. It's just about being a provocateur. It's about provocative. It's the same thing as like a commentary content creator. It's the same thing as this fat piece of shit on TikTok who used to do really good commentary and get views. And then he just started making based ass takes, all right, and being provocative for views. That's the problem. And what ends up happening is that it reflects poorly on the prank channels who are staying within the lines. You know, they might be going out making silly, fun pranks, but they go too far by like when they are like really argumentative with the like the minimum wage workers at these stores, or they start trying to pretend to steal luggage. Right? It goes too far. Like there's a prank channel that I like a lot. It's really awkward. It's Infobren. This prank here is this guy walking up to some random like dude at like a job construction site and just being like, "Am I being detained?" Like I'm gonna play like 2 seconds, like 10 seconds of this.
Being detained?
No.
I'm not being detained because unless you have reasonable, articulable suspicion that I've created a crime, I do not have to show you my ID.
Right, so I consider this like pretty harmless. Okay. It's just so stupid. Okay. But then there's people who go and like fight with people to steal their luggage. And I feel like it's a little too much. What is this? Okay. Somebody asked me to look at this, so I copied their comment, and it says, Papa watch YouTuber gets innocent man arrested, okay? That's why that's in the search bar. You guys are mean to me all the time.
And then you get arrested, for fuck's sake. Like, I have no idea
if
this guy was going on a flight or he just got back from a flight, but I hope for his sake this was him getting back from a flight. Because imagine if you missed your flight because this prankster tried getting you angry and the police decided that it was your fault and you got arrested. Like, I would be fuming. And the thing is, this video actually lasts like another minute, and you would think that the prankster would just kind of go to the police officers and be like, look, right, I just kind of played a prank, the reaction wasn't what I was after, but I kind of instigated it, so hopefully we can just kind of move on. Like, I don't think he's a bad guy. Can we just end this? I don't want to ruin the bloke's day. But no, instead they just watched the guy getting arrested and seemed to enjoy it.
I just said that was my bag, and he got super mad. Oh, police! And then he kept attacking me, and he was attacking me for the perimeter.
Wow, what a scum fuck.
And he kept telling me to stop, and he's just fleeing and screaming.
Yeah, so you can hear the guy in the background who did the prank where he's saying like, oh yeah, he attacked me and he was pulling my hair and all this, trying to make the guy look as bad as possible. And I just think, if you are going to go around doing pranks like this, but you're too much of a coward that when...
What's the loser's name who did this account? Like, what a scumbag. Wow.
Something goes wrong, you're then going to tell the police that this guy was attacking you. Maybe you shouldn't be pranking people. And it's not like he just walked up to the guy and was like, oh, it says gullible on the ceiling. And when the guy looked up, he was like, way, got ya. No, he pretended to steal this guy's luggage. And obviously the guy doesn't know it's a prank at this point. So as far as he knew, someone was trying to steal his belongings. Obviously he was going to...
Yeah, it's this guy, Kennel Joseph. Is his video still up? What a loser, bro. Like, this is crazy. Like, what a low F. Like, what a loser, bro. Like, you're getting people to think that you're stealing from them. Like, why is this funny to you? This is so stupid.
Gonna be annoyed. Now, the tweet with this video attached went massive on Twitter. Obviously, 99.9% of the people are on the bloke who got arrested side, but the YouTuber actually replied to this on Twitter and said, damn, is this what it feels like to get cancelled? This is bullying, and that is not okay. So,
dude, what a loser. Like, this is, it's so funny, because, like, there's, like, literally... All you have to do to be a pranking YouTuber is be young, obnoxious, and fucking annoying, and boom, that's all it takes to be like a pranking YouTuber. And by the way, like I said, there are good pranking YouTubers, but like all you have to do, like you just keep pushing the line for views. It's like, bro, holy fuck. I personally don't get it, but okay, you know, whatever.
He's just kind of like taking a piss out the whole situation. But funnily enough, in his actual video,
yeah, I've seen Impractical Jokers. That's what I'm talking about. That's like a funny prank channel. And most of the pranks are on like them themselves. That's what I'm saying. There are prank channels that can do it right, but like when you're fucking pretending to steal luggage, it's like, what a loser. You know what I mean? Like it's too far.
he didn't include any of them clips. Now, he does start off by addressing it, and then carries on just pranking other people with the same prank. But yeah, let's hear his explanation, shall we? But before we get any further, if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. I'm trying to reach 400,000 subscribers on this channel, and we're about 25,000 away right now, so any help would be bloody lovely.
Basically, your boy just got manhandled.
Oh, by the way, it's not called Impractical Jokers anymore. It's called the Impractical Curs. Okay, because Joe is no longer on the show. So, keep that in mind, fellas.
We messed with the wrong person. He actually ended up being like a serial killer. So we actually got him arrested. So now I'm just kidding. He was just a regular old angry white man. Basically what happened was
I'd be angry too if somebody was trying to steal my luggage.
Regular old angry white guy. I mean, I'm not being funny, but obviously he's gonna be angry. You pretended to steal his luggage. You know, I love it when...
Why bring race into it? Like, not for nothing, but you know what the subtle suggestion there is. Is that the only reason he got angry is because he's white? Like, that's the suggestion, that there was some kind of a racial narrative. It's like, yeah, I tried to steal his luggage. Pretend steal. And then he was racist. Hey guys, I tried to steal from somebody, and then they were actually racist. It's like, okay. Maybe. Or maybe you're just a fucking asshole and he just didn't want to deal with your shit.
And these prank channels do stuff like this. Like, they'll prank somebody in quite a harsh way, and then when that person responds by being annoyed, they're like, oh, just look at this angry person here, okay? They're raging for no reason. Like, no, something's telling me that if you didn't pretend to steal his luggage, he wouldn't have got angry. Just a thought.
It's my bag. Don't touch my shit.
Are you sure that's your bag?
Yeah, motherfucker. I brought it.
See, that's what I'm talking about. This guy's gonna fucking hit him, and he should.
With me.
I've been looking for my bag all day.
Have you been there since 12 o'clock this morning?
No, I've been since here 12:05.
Move on.
So
it's, you know, from what the limited amount I've been able to see, and some of it's blurred, it seems like, if we're gonna bring race into it, he was fucking with the white guy a lot more. He looked like he went to grab the guy. This guy was just like, don't touch my fucking shit.
You're just gonna steal my bag like that.
I'm not stealing none of your shit. Don't accuse me of stealing something that I brought from my house.
Like, why are you trying to argue with a random guy at a fucking airport? Like, let him just live. Like, the way he just leaned over to go and grab the bag without saying anything. You're putting a guy on edge. Now you're getting into an argument because of it, where I get it, like, you're trying to be, like, funny, but you're actually making the guy annoyed. You're just potentially ruining...
Nah, bro, you don't fuck around with somebody's property, or, like that kind of shit. Like, you don't fuck around with somebody's property, you don't fuck around with somebody's, like, wife or their husband or something. You just, you know... Like, you know, maybe put a little bit more mental effort into your content. Not that I do so super high effort content, but when you're going around stealing shit, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Like, this is your prank. I'm gonna pretend to steal something from somebody. It's very funny.
His morning, day, whatever it is, for the sake of content, and...
Oh, and by the way, I got a guy arrested.
That's not really what a prank is, surely. I always felt like a prank was supposed to have a good payoff where you can both look back at it and just laugh, but... This just seems very one-sided to me.
Am I gonna have to call the cops?
If you want to.
I mean, that makes you go to jail. I don't want to put you in jail. Are you waiting for another bag by chance?
You know, I'm very confused. Like, do his viewers find this funny? Because if the prank was...
Yeah, of course, they're kids. They're dumb kids that have, like, they haven't even developed the ability to feel empathy yet. Like, they're dumb. Like, kids are selfish, fucking annoying pieces of shit. Like, they're borderline sociopaths, okay? It takes a while to learn, like, a little bit of empathy for other people, okay? So you have a bunch of kids who are like, oh my god, this is so funny. But it's just dumb. That's why it's always like little baby boys crying in the comments saying that, like, oh, you're so sensitive. And it's like, bro, I'm a fucking adult. You're a kid. You're not going to understand for like 10, 15 more years because you're an annoying child that nobody values in society. And there's a reason. It's because you're dumb. Okay? Go back to school, do your maths, and shut the fuck up. Okay? You're obnoxious. It's fucking annoying.
Very similar, and it was ruining other people's days. At least the, like, somewhat excuse you could give is that it's very funny for the viewers to watch. But I'm incredibly bored. Oh, no, to be fair, his own audience are very much against him.
I hope one day this video of you getting what you deserve, it should be monetized. You got way more patience for these men than you deserve. True. Good. You know what? I take it back. At least the audience is giving him shit for it.
God, I hope one day there's a video of you getting what you deserve. It should be monetized. You got way more patience from these men than you deserved. Looking forward to your upcoming pranking from a wheelchair series.
Jesus, that would be funny.
These pranks are not fake. They are harassment without consent. That dude should have gone further. Canel, as an honest super fan of yours, I want to say that you took it too far this time, man. So at least his viewers have some common sense, but he's still making jokes out of it in his comments saying, I recently seen the comments and I decided to delete my channel in 24 hours. Love you guys. Like, I mean, he's really funny, isn't he?
Like what a like. Can we just acknowledge like what a fucking baby? Okay, this guy went too far and got a man arrested. Okay, and people are like, "Yo, this was too far because you got a man arrested." And so instead of saying nothing or being like, "Okay, guys, I heard you in the comments. Like, I'm gonna mull it over. I'm gonna delete my channel in 24." He's just he's like he thinks it's a funny joke, bro. I mean, let's be fucking real here. If it was a white prankster that got a fucking black man arrested, that kid would have been like bullied to suicide. Okay, let's be real, because like then it's true. Fucking white prankster YouTuber gets black man arrested. Okay, you know it would happen, and let me be real, probably deserves it. But you know, we're not seeing that here. Okay, if the roles were reversed, truly, it'd be a much different scenario, and I understand why. We could have there's a complicated conversation about systemic racism involved, but my point is that like it's not funny. It's not a joke. It's fucking annoying and obnoxious and harassment. Okay? It's fucking crazy.
It's mine.
I'm checking, making sure.
He's picking it up. Like, how are you just gonna
Bro,
pick
the fact that he let him pick it up, holy fuck.
someone else's bag up? Like, it's one thing to go over to them and be like, "Is that my bag?" And that's the funny side of it. But don't go start like picking people's stuff up, man. Fucking hell.
Oh, you should ask me touch my bag.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, exactly.
People be lying.
First.
Oh, I have to ask
You
first?
have to ask first because it see me with my bag.
Can I check my bag?
See my name on it.
Damn, he's
What's the
really
name?
let him get away
What's
with
your
it.
name? That's a good question.
My name's David.
Are you for real, bro?
Why would I be joking? This is not Twister. We're not playing a game.
Drop my damn bag on the floor.
I'm not gonna drop my bag. Can I see your
Hit
license?
him.
Again.
Hit him.
You're just trying to get
Are
someone
you mad? Are
angry
you
for the
okay?
sake of
What's
your
wrong with
video.
you?
The right question is what's wrong with you? Do you know me?
It could be David, but that's my name.
And he plays this off as if he's like,
Bro,
"Oh,
these men do have way too much fucking patience. Dude. You know why? Because as a man, when somebody pushes you to like that point, the first thought in your head is it worth it? Is it worth it to knock this fucking loser on the ground? And then all of a sudden, I'm not going to be able to make it to work tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to go home to my wife or my kids. Or I'm not going to be able to do this. I could get arrested. Meanwhile, the prankster is just going to get away with it scot-free. You know what I mean? Like, those are the questions. You know what I mean? It's like, Jesus Christ. It's fucking something.
oh, why do they keep getting angry? Like, how do I find these angry people out of nowhere? You're making them angry."
Did you snitch?
Yeah,
Oh, why?
because I saw you doing it to 2 or 3 other people.
Well, we're just
Good.
waiting right now
Good for him.
for the folks to come and straighten out whose bag is what.
Okay.
We don't want him to have your bag if he got your bag.
So he's actually got like the security involved to come over and try and work out whose bag it is, which is fucking mind-blowing because people have places to be. I mean, literally,
True.
they're at an airport, so he quite literally has a place to be. So not only are you wasting the guy who's trying to catch a flight's time, you're now wasting security's time over something that is so stupid and isn't even funny. That's the worst part. The biggest crime here is, it's not a funny video. If you're gonna be a dickhead, be a funny dickhead. Don't just be fucking monotone and boring like this bloke. But yeah, either way, that is Kennel Joseph's taking strangers' luggage at the airport prank, which resulted in an innocent man getting arrested, which, in my opinion, is how every good prank should end. But if you did enjoy, please
True.
leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new,
I
let me know
like
any
it.
topics to talk
I
about
like
in future videos
Okay.
over on my Instagram. It's @Calamarket, it's always linked in the description. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.
Are we seeing any prank channels calling out this prankster? Because I feel like you should try to distance yourself from like this person who makes your community look that like bad, because like it's reflecting poorly on all pranking videos. Like when this is the kind of like behavior that's okay to go out and fucking pretend to steal somebody's shit. But okay.
I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.